Hold up, man, you know what I'm saying? So I be telling these niggas, man, shit ain't the game, man. Shit
Tell them,
real.
with the power, don't give it 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 with the
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out chicagolegalnetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
Live on the line, we have the newly appointed State Senator Doris Turner. Welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. How are you, Senator Turner?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really feel like I have arrived now that I'm on the Maze Jackson Show. It's a dream I never thought would happen. You know, in every office that I have held, I served 10 years on the Sangamon County Board, then I served 2.5 terms on the Springfield City Council. And in each one of those positions, I have never represented a district that was a majority district. But every day I've gone to work to ensure that African Americans in those districts received equitable treatment and that the legislation that I pushed was beneficial to the entire district, but beneficial to the African Americans that lived in that district, because these are people that for too long have not had a voice. When I was there and I was their voice, I wanted to make sure that everything that I did was going to move my community forward. And that's always been first and foremost in my mind, and that will continue to happen. If you look at ordinances and legislation that I have championed, drafted, and passed, you will see that thread running through there. Everything that happened with the legalization of cannabis in Springfield, I led that and came out of that with a lot of successes. And one of the things that I am most proud of that came out of that was we put the 3% municipal tax on there, but 1.5% of that money will always go to a very specific area of Springfield that is the heart of the East Side.
You mentioned cannabis. What we've seen is that there has been no access to cannabis for black folks.
We've had to go back and do 2 fixes already. I think that everyone knew that that was going to happen. But, you know, going forward, it's one of those things that, you know, when you know what you know, you know. There'll be more eyes and ears on a lot of things. So I am very committed to that.
Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson.
If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago.
Alderman Lopez, welcome back to the Maze Jackson Show. The mayor has a very peculiar way she's dealing with this, and I'm trying to understand, why does it seem like we're handling this with kid gloves?
The reason that she's not going after the root cause, which is gangs, the reason she's not calling out the silent enablers, as I tweeted out the other day, is because those are many of the same people that she relied on to get elected. I'm talking about the not-for-profits, those that reach out for grants and try to be the intermediaries in a community to try and bridge some of these anti-violence groups, things of that nature. These organizations that say they're trying to build bridges oftentimes are the ones that are enabling the gang lifestyle and allowing it to go unchecked and not holding accountable the individuals causing the violence in the neighborhoods. Those same partners, which she funds, which she relies on, were unceremoniously all pimping themselves out at press conference.
Ooh.
Saying nobody said a word about gangs, but what they did say is that we need more money for the programs that we offer to help stop the violence. And clearly for more money to go to organizations that are working against the residents of the city of Chicago.
Alderman, how did y'all approve $37 million to go to one ward for violence prevention? $37 million? I don't think there's been a $37 million investment in anything black.
When these amendments to the budget and when these programs come before us, and I've asked the last time that these were proposed by the administration, what metrics are we using to ensure that everyone with their hand out was not still enabling gangbangers in the middle of the night? And oftentimes have intervened on behalf of gangbangers, particularly in the Latino community. When you see in other communities, like the black community, when you start doling out contracts to, say, Metropolitan Family Services, and now they're responsible for doling out to organizations to come into neighborhoods like, for example, West Englewood, contract out to organizations that have no connection to a community, build no bridges to a neighborhood, but get $300,000 to stop violence.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
As I take a sip of this fifth that makes me shiver, you could probably sail a ship on this river full of liquor. We stay afloat where hope drowns in addictions, a potent mixture. This is the picture that depicts us. We live it up, giving what we were given, gave our all, refused to give in or give up, willing to risk it all. Gee, we lived on a tip drunk, dug deep in the trenches, shit, we knew what the risk was. But of course, again, it's the same story when shots fired in the alley hit shorty valedictorian. Where's the support for him, the less fortunate? Another life lost, another day in court again. 20 years for the defendant for any sort of grin. Ward of the state, he was raised in the orphanage. To where it all began, the source of it. Empty cupboards, floorboards, no money for the store again. That's all he knows.
Just where I come from, all of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from.
It's all political. What you tripping for? The richest ones get riches from the rituals. On the tip with hype, tippy toe for a fix a blow, getting dough, running every type of give and go. No Philip drumming in these different strokes. Where we come up on these risky roads, pray for a pot to piss in for the kitchen stove. Criminal capers just to get us on, bagging up the same order that gets us gone. Thinking maybe one day we may hit that goal. Until then I'm outside until I flip this soul, grabbing bagels from the sick go on Cicero. I see a visual of them people frisking, bro, stretched out by a shorty with a grimace on. Sometimes it ain't even the money, it's the principle. Can tell you why we died, but what are we living for?
This is my city, just where I come from. All of what I've learned, most of what I've done, I owe it all to the people that I love. I hope you're proud of me wherever I go. I'm from. I'm from. Chicago, where I'm from.
First things first, what is a man and a woman? What is a husband and wife? Once you and learn what a man is supposed to be and what a woman is supposed to be. That's what they don't want you to get back to. When you learn that, then the black community rises.
This is a traffic jam.
Other rappers pink, I'm the Black Panther. Spit sick, illmatic, bring black cancer. Black music, black stanzas, black sprites, black Mirandas. Kick game like the Fab Five in the black socks. 2 fingers in the air, beats to my black ops. Middle fingers rose to those who want black slop. Fuck white cops as well as black cops. Check, life's a gamble. White and black dice. FIFA ain't up in the jungle, not the white and black type. Black man cannon only have black wives. Unless you want a genocide, all black life. Make black queens, make more black kings. Made math for science, make more black things. Stop the black on black and black on brown. Roll up that loud, put out that black and male. Put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Yeah, put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town.
It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because our size.
Good morning, everybody. It's time to jump back down on the soil.
Right.
Yes, good morning. Are you adjusted to the new?
Hey,
you adjusted yet?
No.
I'm counting on you to give us since now we got this good morning thing popping off. We need the Kanye West. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. West.
What was that?
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, what
good
song
morning.
was that?
Good
That's
morning.
What album is that?
That was Late Registration.
That was the third one?
The second album.
The second one.
What was the third one?
The third was Graduation.
Graduation.
You know what? That was Graduation. Excuse me.
There you go. That's
that
what
was
I
Good
thought.
Morning from
Right.
Graduation
Right.
from the third
Red,
one.
I just knew it was the third album.
Out of the
Yeah,
university.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just knew it was the third album.
That was my freshman year in college. I got a lot of noise complaints for slamming that one, and I bought it early. I had it like 2 weeks before everybody else had it.
Oh, you got up under my act, huh?
Yeah, I had to, man. I had to rep for Chicago and Baltimore.
Man, shout out to Kanye, man. Kanye always taking a lot of crap from everybody, but we gotta support and even
I've seen people like happy with Kanye again. He's splitting with Kim, and people are like,
maybe he'll come on back to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe he's coming back down to earth, man.
That's sad. That's his family.
He did start a family with them people, so I mean, hey, that's his.
And divorces are rough. You know what I mean?
The divorce is rough,
just fundamentally.
especially when it's billions of dollars involved.
Both sides.
That, and I forgot that they had that many kids. Like they got a bunch of kids.
But look, Graduation was released 07.
It was
not even
08.
that long ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the dropout was what? 03? 04?
03.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Kanye growing up 20 years.
Yeah,
Almost
man.
20 years, man.
Wow.
Of course, man. I'm always waiting for some new Kanye though. Like
I
secretly,
can't say I'm waiting on some Kanye, but when it drops, hopefully.
But you gotta hear it. I mean, like, even
it's got the
it's always waiting.
The church Kanye, the church Kanye, I was good on.
The Sunday service Kanye.
No, the album, the church album.
Oh, Jesus is King.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I heard it one or two times.
So you were good on it.
Yeah.
How many times did you run it, Esco?
About 15.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was in rotation for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We
I
love Kanye.
Yeah, I love Kanye.
My
That's why I say I'm always gonna spend it.
That
Yeah.
2010.
I was kind of late to that because I went through a super independent phase of hip hop, but when I came back like above water,
Ain't they saying that's like one of the top 10 hip hop albums of all time?
my beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
They're saying that's
of all time.
Yes.
Is
They're
that,
saying
is that even the best Kanye
They're
album?
saying that's Kanye West's best album.
I don't know.
I enjoyed that
College
one.
Dropout, Late Registration. I mean,
It's a couple of my favorite Kanye songs of all time on Dark Twisted Fantasy though. Like
The Life of Pablo, I really enjoyed.
Life of Pablo was great.
Wolves was off the chain.
Power is on Twisted Dark Fantasy.
That was one of my joints. I love
Devil
that.
in a New Dress.
That was so there you go. There you go. Hey man,
production wise, he was going ham.
He's always gone ham production wise. That's what I'm saying. Good or bad, right or wrong, up or down, left or right. Kanye West is one of our own, so we gotta support him at all times. And yeah, hopefully, he comes back to earth. Hopefully, he keeps some of his homeboys that we know who really had his back.
What do y'all expect? What?
Well, when you reach a whole nother stratosphere,
yeah,
I don't know what to expect because he's quadrupled. My stratosphere. So,
His
like
wife
I said,
had money. His ex-wife had money.
Yeah, but just when you get outside of yourself, when you get caught up in the matrix, and you don't have the right people around you, the guys who.
Oh, you're talking about he went to Hollywood.
And not just Hollywood, but
But see, didn't the guys they were doing a documentary the whole time?
Well, that was Cootie and Chike though.
Yeah,
not them. I'm talking about the guys from Chicago, like from the hood. Chike ain't from here. Cootie is. But Chike ain't from here. But I'm talking about GLC and the guys the go-getters, the guys who were on the soil with him before he became worldwide Kanye West, which is what up, I'm just happy that, people are saying good things about him and that he's, coming back down to the Kanye that we grew to love.
Yeah, man. You know what? When it comes to Kanye, even if it's not like album oriented, I know that he's probably gonna come up with a creative live show or something. So I'm hoping that outside of this, because he did the Sunday services for a long time, I was kind of surprised that he took that on tour the way he did.
I heard he wasn't paying them people either.
Yeah, I've seen the reaction from that, the choir and the choirs and everything like that.
Yeah,
we'll see what he comes up with the next live show or live experience that Kanye West comes up with.
Live experience, yeah.
So yeah, man.
What up though, man? What's Sonia Esco, Maze Jackson, T-Tom? What's the Benoski?
No, it's all good. I usually check your temperature.
Hey man, I'm all good. Like Cuz say, blessed and highly favored. Happy to be here on this Monday AM. It's rainy out there, but that can't stop the flow, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And of course, I feel like Maze is in here. I was going to say this anyway, just so you know. But, man, of course, the little girl that got killed at that McDonald's is on my mind, Gino. Yeah, I mean, I went to sleep with that one. Woke up to it. And of course, I feel like the adjustment to the morning show is like, now I have to move like my morning J earlier. Like my morning J, you feel me? It's like now it's a little bit early, so I was with that and my morning J this morning. It's like, I had just seen the Snowfall episode a couple of weeks ago. That was, now it's like life imitating art. And it's like, damn, man,
So then I saw somebody else got shot in a Popeyes drive-through out west yesterday. Did you see that?
That was the response.
Yeah.
Huh?
Man.
So both happened on Kedzie. One happened on Chicago.
The one on Kedzie?
Right.
What about Cali? Or Diversity?
Yeah, man. The cycle continues. I mean, yeah. So Gino, that was on my mind. I honestly tried to get up and watch some of the Concrete Cowboy. I pulled up Netflix and it kind of just sat there. I watched the trailer and everything. So, but yeah, that's still on my to-do list. I got to come with a late pass for that one, Gino.
No, it's all good. You get a late pass, man. The weekend, the weekend is open. During the week is when I usually give my homework assignments. So I know people like to chill and do what they do on the weekend.
Taking in some sports. The NBA is back on ESPN and ABC. You know what I mean? I was trying to take it in.
Yeah, I'll give you a pass this weekend. But Wednesday, I'm checking back in with you, and I need to know if you did your homework.
I got deeper into Exterminate All the Brutes. So
I brought that up, and because Sepia was watching it, so when I went to is that on HBO Max?
HBO Max.
So when I went on HBO Max, and she was like 3/4 of the way through it. So when I hit play, and whatever scene she was on, I said, "Oh no."
Yeah. First of all, HBO Max is terrible when it comes to trying to start it over. Like you gotta rewind it all the
It
way
goes
like
right
an old
to the
VCR.
front
Yeah.
if you exit out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's terrible. It's like it's 2021. Netflix been around for like 12 years. Y'all got to be better than this.
Okay.
But yeah, Gino, some of the reenactments.
See,
in
and
that
that's
one,
what it was. I'm like, it was in. So is it like half reenactment and half like?
Yeah, it's one of those live reenactment documentaries where it's narrated.
Okay.
And in documentary form, but they're going to like reenact and show you kind of the brutality.
And that's what it was. I was
yeah.
listening and then I was watching. It didn't have my full attention, so that's why I was like, you know what, this ain't good. So let me give this my full attention.
When
so
I can super lock you into it.
I immediately stopped it and I went out to whatever the hell I watched. Growing Up Milwaukee. Did y'all see I said what I said when he had the director on?
Yeah, I didn't peep it though.
Good stuff, man. It was
okay.
It was very sad, man. It was very
sad.
sad.
I got raped or whatever.
She said, I got raped or whatever, and kept on with the story. I'm like, wait a minute, let me rewind this, bro.
Man,
like that was so normal.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, I was taken back. So. Growing
that's
up
a lot.
Milwaukee.
If that's the introductory to it, I know it's wild. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, an hour and 10. It was like almost a 2-hour documentary. I was like an hour and 15 minutes in. Like, it was based on like 3 kids in the inner city of Milwaukee, just their plights and struggles growing up in the inner city and just fighting to, overcome that same obstacle, man. It's just the same old story about us growing up in the hood and having to overcome things that really necessarily most of the times ain't our fault.
Speaking of the same old stories, real quick, I got one more show question for you. Have you seen the new Lena White demo?
I won't. I'm not wasting my time.
Them
I'm
on
not
what is it, Amazon Prime?
I'm not going off her at gunpoint. Obviously,
that's totally how I feel. I saw a Facebook status, bro, talking about what they saw after they watched it, and what it was a hate. It was what I thought was a hate email that they ended up writing to Lena White saying, "What the hell is wrong with you? Even if you didn't write this, how are you in the same room with the people that wrote this? And what the hell is wrong with them?" Kind of thing. So I totally haven't seen it. The stuff I've seen of it, I was wondering if you and Sepia was going to take that in. I was going to get your 2 cents on it.
I'm definitely not giving her another click or another dollar out of my pocket. I'm not even watching the shot no more.
I didn't even get through Queen and Slim, Joe, straight up.
Really?
I didn't get all the way through Queen and Slim.
I
was watching that.
See, I went to the show, so I had no choice.
I did one of those where I looked at her and I was like, you know me better than this. Yeah. Click.
She can kick rocks, actually.
Yeah, so, Gino, I know you at Wrigley the last few days.
Nah, hold on.
What you got, Gino?
What
you got?
Another soldier gone, man. My boy Black Rob. Last time we was here on the soil, we talked about Black Rob and his issues. We played a couple of the videos that he had in the hospital, outside of the hospital. I see, and Mays talked about this when we were there. Well, when we talked about it, I see a lot of people coming down on Puff, right? And I got a reputable source, one of my homies that's in Harlem right now. He's of age, so he was a part of that whole, I'm not giving his name or his affiliation, but he's a reputable source. And he said Puff was actually there for Black Rob. He said, you know how it is, a lot of stuff, the world is media driven, so the media can portray whatever image of people they want to portray, and you don't really know these people, so you only have one lane to go off of. But the truth is, Puff has actually been there for Black Rob the entire time. And what my homie said was that this whole issue with Black Rob, it started with him at a young age. Like, Black Rob's been in and out of the system since he was like 12 or 13.
I knew that about Black Rob.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're given the opportunity, like freedom, and able to just do whatever you want to do, sign with Puff, given this, whatever the money situation was, but the fame, the glory, you really don't know how to cope. And again, when you don't have again, the right people around you, when you don't have the right structure,
Support system.
yeah, the support system is bound to go bad. So ends up Black Rob's kidneys, he was a drinker, so his kidneys went bad. Homie said, Rob wasn't a fan of dialysis. And, he wasn't really a fan of the hospital. And it was like Puff could have basically emptied his $700 million into Black Rob's bank account, and that wouldn't have saved Black Rob. So, and my stance on Puff. I don't know Puffy, never met him. I just know what people say, what the bad boy artists say.
Yeah, and go ahead.
I'm just saying. I can't say I'm. The older I get, I feel like I have my thoughts. They grow, and I'm gonna stop. If I don't personally know people, then I'm gonna kind of reserve my opinion of them.
I feel like that goes along with what we said at the end of the show. That's part of keeping it player.
Yeah, you got to keep it player. So I'm not gonna come down on Puff. I never met Puff. I saw Freddie Gibbs hanging with Puff the other day. So
I did see that.
Yeah, so that's but come to find out, Puff has been there for Black Rob. So again, my stance on Puff, I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not a Puff hater, whatever the case. But I'm just saying that to say somebody that I know that's a reputable source said Puff has been there the whole time for Black Rob. So.
And I feel that, man. I totally. First of all, that when we talked about the video last time, Rob definitely he didn't look too good, man.
Right.
To hear that he passed a few days later, definitely sucks. But I feel like when somebody passes like that, and yes, they have a history like that, but like you said, Gino, it's impossible to put that kind of weight on Diddy because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And to bring up the video again, he was talking like somebody that knew that his time was coming to an end, and he seemed at peace. You know what I mean? So I honestly, when you think about what he did with his life after being institutionalized, to come out with "Whoa" and to be able to carry that's one of the biggest songs of that era. You know what I mean? But then to go on and be more than that, his verse on 24 Hours to Live.
Crazy.
I got memories of
who was it was
the
him,
lyrics.
X,
it was
and
him,
the Locks,
X, Mace,
and Mace.
Yeah,
right.
Diddy on the hook.
On the hook, right.
That was when I was printing out lyrics, man, and was reenacting the videos with my guys jumping off the bus, all of that. So
24 Hours to Live.
Come on,
what
man.
would you do? Who would you screw?
Yeah, come on.
Would your ass? What would you say? Would your ass deny that your ass about to die?
Or would you try to deny that your ass is about to die? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was some heat, man. And then, like I said, Jasmine, what you was playing under the
man
in the background. Jasmine was probably is part of my everyday playlist and probably my favorite song on his first album, Life Story.
Okay.
But his second.
Come on, Mace. Yes.
I hear you, Esco.
24 Hours to Live.
But his second album, The Rob Report.
Oh man. And honestly, his music sprinkled around the bad boy, what they were doing at the time. You know, when Diddy had his case and he came back with The Saga Continues, that album right there, with Bad Boy for Life, Mark Curry,
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, come on, that's why he was around. It's like, can I at least hold on to this verse in Bad Boy for Life, Diddy?
Right.
But he had a song called That's Crazy on that album that Rod went crazy on. So, you know what I mean? I feel like he was the face of he was that artist on Bad Boy at one point.
He was Bad Boy. We already knew that, shiny suit era.
Yeah, that was kind of after, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Black Rob was like, he was the life of Bad Boy. He was the storyteller of, he's one of the illest storytellers in rap history. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about Black Rob and his I guess his what would I call it? His contribution to the rap game was his storytelling was top tier. So.
Come on, even Whoa was basically just storytelling. I had this bad chick uptown, she was Whoa.
Diamonds and Pearls, I'm like.
Yeah, man. And honestly, if you get a song that big, one of the questions that I seen a long time ago, y'all was talking about, would you rather have the one smash hit or not blow at all. You know what I mean? And
Give me the smash.
Yeah, and I feel like he carried Whoa very
need
well.
one hit.
Yeah, I think that I can just go and do anytime,
All
any
over
place.
the world.
Yes, yes. And that beat right there, you know what's going down anytime you hear those strings. So
As soon as
yeah, come on.
Yeah, the way it hit, like right now, Esco, if this goes up in the club, it's going. If they play this in the club, it's going up.
Oh yeah.
And it's like what Maze said about Black Rob having this one. This is like a song that you could tour for life off of, and then still not even underground, because he wasn't an underground artist, but the other songs on the album that people, would recognize, and you could throw those in. But you could always be able to tour and make bread and make a living off of having that one
and
hit
artists
single.
are told you just need one huge hit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
So I was
was
having this conversation. This goes back to what we was talking about Killer Cam and just learning the business. And Killer is one of I know Mace hates Killer and the Dips, but Killer is one of my
we don't like Cameron.
Yeah, on this side.
Killer is one of my favorite guys of all time. But Killer was just talking about signing that first deal, getting jerked, and then basically the next time around, knowing everybody in the office, building with everybody in the office, learning what was going on, learning what every person in the office did, so that wasn't going to happen again. But we were talking about artists basically having like life insurance and health benefits, like basically a 401k.
Exactly.
And I was asking, like, do y'all remember the time when Suge and Jay Prince and Irv Gotti and them were trying to set up that black distribution company to kind of try to take the power away from Sony?
I read about this one.
And you see what happened to all them guys. Dame.
Oh, man.
Like, Jay Prince was really
Irv,
the only guy.
Feds at his door.
Feds at his door. Suge in jail. Dame broke.
Blackballed.
Yeah. And Jay Prince basically the only one that really didn't. I mean, he went through his own trials and tribulations. He came out on the other side bigger and better. But all of those guys took a hit. And Hove was a part of that too. They said, but then, and again, these are rumors. I don't know the true story. I wish I could talk to one of these guys and get the real skrill. But they said Hove was a part of that too. And when Hove backed out, they said Hove backed out of that, and then he went and told the people what was going on.
Oh,
Next
man.
thing
Come on, Gino.
And again, this is just a rumor. I'm not here to hate on Hove. I'm just reporting what I've. If you Google it, it's there.
Because of course, I got all these Hove lines playing in my head. It's like, remember what he said about D Haven? He said, F D Haven for caving. That's why we don't speak.
Yeah.
Made men ain't supposed to make statements. Come on. Come on.
It's business. If it doesn't make sense,
Ugh.
then
it's
not gonna make dollars.
It's just wild to even hear that, and the fact that those guys who were the most powerful executives back then at that point saw the need that. I mean, they all had their own artists.
That's like
and
a
they
Mount
saw
Rushmore,
what it was.
low key, those guys right there.
Oh, it is. Regardless of how you feel. I mean, you could throw Puff on there. You could throw a couple other guys on there.
Oh,
These
yeah.
with Master P.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, you could throw all these guys on there.
Business minded.
Oh, yeah. Super
Some
business
people are
minded.
just creative, and
On
their
the
brain
real.
doesn't work like
And
that.
that's what Killer was saying. He was like,
what
as an artist, that's what you create. The business is left to those people. But like Killer said, he was like, nah, man, when I knew I was getting jerked, he said the next time around, you got to watch Killer Cam's episode of Drink Champs with Nori and DJ F. And it's
Have
top
you
notch.
seen
What,
that,
like
Esco?
2-3 hours?
It was 3 hours, but it was worth
You
it.
saw it?
No, I have 2 weeks left of school. I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's
No.
on the back
give me
burner.
2 more. It's on the list.
School
Let's
is more.
go. Yeah,
Let's go.
It's on the queue list.
You understand?
I want to see I
2
want to see the
weeks.
diploma. We'll get to that.
It's a degree.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to see the
diploma.
degree.
That master's.
Yeah, I want to see that. So we're gonna give Esco.
Yes.
She gets a pass.
It's my
Everybody else.
carrot, you know.
Yeah.
Let me finish. So I can.
Nah, man. Everybody else, I need y'all to watch Killer Cam's Drink Champs episode. It is 3 hours, but it's 3 hours. If you got to spare 3 hours, if you want to just break it up into an hour a piece, do that. But Killer Cam definitely dropped jewels.
I was a little salty at him, for, breaking up with Juju like that.
He talked, and that's because Killer is an open
spoke
book.
about it?
Oh, he spoke.
Don't tell me.
Oh, he spoke. It was great.
Didn't hear.
Oh, you got to hear it, Esco. He was candid. That's the one thing I love about Killer. He's very candid. He's very open.
He gonna
and
talk
he's gonna
about
be
it.
honest. He's gonna be honest as they come. So, but yeah, man, just sad to see Black Rob go. Like we said, when he said he was tired. That's cold word for, man, I only got a couple more days left in me, man.
Body
so
shutting down.
Man, Joe.
And I hope the young rappers see this and understand health, mental health, insurance. It
I
matters.
definitely hope that, but you seen we've lost so many young rappers. You know what I mean? Juice.
To what?
The way he went out. I still ain't.
And this is
I can't wrestle with that.
You got to understand, bro. Like, and this is something I tell my little homies when I'm at the gym. I'm like, so I come in the gym. I think I've even said this on air before. I come in the gym. One of the young homies at the gym, Hassan, can ball. Should be getting paid to play basketball right now. He's that good. Come in the gym. I see him. This guy is sitting in the bleachers. I'm coming to get my 300 in before the hoop. I see this guy sitting on the bleachers. He got a box of Popeyes with a large pop.
The high school pregame meal.
Then,
It
so we
ain't
hooping
over?
at 5. I
Okay.
come in like 3:30. He's over there eating his box of Popeyes with the pop. About 45 minutes later, I go to the bathroom. I come out.
Eat some
He's
hot
over there
chips and
again
some sweet.
eating what's the big size called?
Crunchy curls?
No, just the big size. Is it called
the bag of chips?
Yeah,
Family size.
family size.
Family size bag
of cheddar and sour cream Ruffles.
So he got a big bag, a family size bag of Ruffles, not the dollar size bag.
No.
But when I was in high school, I couldn't afford nothing. I was getting that Mountain Dew.
You know,
this is
hot chips.
come on, the $2 special.
The Laffy Taffies, I'm gonna get the green one and the purple one.
You wasn't going to
the little
hoop.
juice, the 50-cent juice, huh?
You wasn't going to hoop though.
I was going to softball. I was going to tennis. I was going to
See,
volleyball.
now that's why I called it the high school pregame
You know?
meal, because we was hitting
I need to-
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we all did
Think
that.
I'm gonna have some organic apples?
Not even organic, exactly. But it's like, bro, you can't do you think
about
you can
hoop right now.
Then when we hoop 2 games in, he's over in the corner talking
Of
about,
course.
man, my stomach hurt. Gee, I can't breathe.
But now there's more knowledge and there's more access to better food. Like in the vending machines now in high schools.
Yeah,
Have options.
That's true.
Water.
But I said, fam, you think you can do that now, but I'm telling you from experience and being almost 20 years older than you, bro.
At 33.
Stop doing that now. Stop
game.
now.
That's
30.
game. And now, at least, even if you gotta wait till after you hoop to get the big meal, it's like eat a muffin and some water before if you about to
Even
hoop
the
right
muffin's
now.
bad for you.
Yeah, the muffin is terrible
Ooh, but that blueberry or that
compared to the
cheese
box of the
strudel,
extra
ooh.
crispy though.
Let's go by the white hen.
Oh, the
that
white
was
hen.
my fancy meal.
You got a
you
3-piece.
definitely in my head.
Come
Yeah.
on, bro. You
Oh,
eating
yeah.
a 3-piece spicy before the hoop?
And that's how he going out. He gonna go out spicy.
Yeah, two games in, you talking about you can't
I used
breathe.
to only afford
spicy.
the pita bread. Like I could just afford the pita bread.
Just the
Give me-
piece
give
of
me a
pita
pita
bread.
bread
Oh, you
and
was
some
really,
water.
like out here.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
2021, Esco. These
Before my
shorties
dad
got
came
all
in my
type
life.
of licks. These shorties got licks,
Oh yeah.
stains. They got packs on the block. You know, they hitting, it's all types of ways to get money. So all I'm just saying is,
I don't know about that.
get it.
Man, they better hit
Bachwinkles is on the corner, bro.
yeah, hit a healthy food spot. What's busting? Hit up
Bachwinkles is right next door to Lakeshore Athletic Club. It's
Oh,
a
wow.
grocery store. You can get.
Oh yeah, I went in there a couple.
Look, just be
A
nice
few weekends
to
ago.
the lunch workors.
I'm like,
Just
bro.
be
Yeah.
nice.
So
You know what? The lunch workers got to be nice to us, Esco.
No, listen.
The lunch workers, they kind of flip the
everything.
script on us. They don't be trying to deal with people no more.
I'm here to do a job, but if you say, hey,
I told you, I walked up to the register and they was like,
flowers.
"You want some?" I was like, "That's why I'm here." Yes. But,
See, you're
but I
so
feel-
rude.
See,
you're so rude.
See, I used
I
to
don't
be
mess
in
with people
fast
that
food.
prepare my food. Thank you so much.
I go there. You're right, Esco, because I don't
Mm-hmm.
want nobody even like breathing over my food wrong. So I feel you.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is
Y'all make me
stop
hungry.
now. Because going back to Black Rob
It's gonna be a problem later.
later.
Yeah.
So
Trying to hoop off the Popeyes that's wild.
I tell you every time. Wait till I go to the gym.
It's like
today.
you actually came to the gym with
Did you bring
Popeyes.
him any food?
I got Esco. When I come to the gym, I got a banana, an orange,
You can
an
get
apple.
a smoothie from Lakeshore, can't
Well,
you?
they
Oh,
closed
they-
that
for the
down since the
pandemic?
pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's literally like they have a restaurant. They sell like paninis and all of that stuff, but they sell smoothies, juices, and all of that. But
Were you
it's-
eating
it's
paninis back then?
It is expensive because the gym
Well,
is.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying you ain't go out, you hang out with guys. They tend to,
Panini.
I ain't gonna lie. But my students, I bring guayabas, guavas,
Well, okay,
pomegranates,
okay.
coconuts, a bunch of different stuff for them to try.
I had some
and you'll be
fresh guava
surprised.
And that's the
juice
thing.
For the first time. It was
I mean,
so
like
good.
freshly pressed.
Yeah.
And,
and that's the thing,
I know
Esco.
I'm teaching something else, but I'm like, hey, let's
Open,
'cause food.
expand your horizons.
That's
These are
real.
things that these kids would never experience if it wasn't for you.
Like at CSU, I had a whole garden.
I had my
kids
first
plant a
guava
garden.
at
That's
31.
Chicago
Let's go.
State?
At 31. I wish I had. I had my first guava. It was like I should have been eating this my whole entire life. It's flame.
Pomegranate, all of that stuff is flame, man. It's just, again, like you said, it's
You're
all
just
about.
not used to it.
No, and you, like you said, I guess.
Kiwis.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Flame.
No, pomegranates. I only got it once a month because my mom could only afford 2 once a month. And I was just like, ooh.
Scoop that
Pomegranate.
So now-
middle out.
Oh my
Papaya.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really about papaya, but that pomegranate now I'll get 4
Okay.
because I could afford it.
Oh, you balling now.
And I'm like, I got a pomegranate though.
Oh, you balling, Esco.
Right.
No, but I guess I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take some fruit to the gym today. I'm gonna say, fam.
Yeah, just be like, hey.
The man will be eating gummy worms.
Children, you have to teach.
What? He's 25.
Oh, hold on.
We talking about a grown man, Esco.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. From the hood.
Gummy worms.
You said young, like
Well,
I forget. You look.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. He's young enough to be my little bro. 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm old enough to like. He's cool. We have like a big brother, little brother
Come in the
relationship
hoop with the guys.
Yeah, and I just met him. Like he's fairly new to the gym. He's only a month, but I see the potential. I'm like, fam, you're good. And he's usually the best player in the gym
And it's
every
like,
time we
that's
go.
going to stop.
You should be playing basketball and getting paid for it. But I
That's a
see
huge
why you're
compliment.
not.
That's a huge compliment.
For me, it is. But I see why you're not. And it's not about your ability. It's about your character. Because I know you're a good dude, but you don't have the structure.
I never forget what D Rose said about his candy addiction. He was like his rookie year, it was a hindrance to his conditioning. He's like, fam, I was eating Skittles. He had the Skittles machine in his crib. The Skittles dispenser that Skittles
These
gave
are life
him.
skills.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
have to be taught.
But when
Yes,
when you
these
grow
are
up
gonna mess you
when
up,
you
bro.
grow up in the hood and you basically surviving off
you got a
sugar
corner
sandwiches.
store.
That's why I
And
said
the
it's
corner
an
store.
addiction.
And your mom working 3 jobs.
That's
She
what's
ain't
on the
cooking.
menu, you know? Come on.
Wait, you had a guava at 31? Your first time?
Yeah, yes. My very first time.
Esco, do you hear your guava? Do you know the hood don't know
Guayaba.
nothing about guayava?
Well, it's Mexican, son.
I'm trying to tell you, Esco,
that's why
I got
Only Mexicans, only
and my
Mexican we
grandma-
know about in the hood is taco, and that ain't even.
My
I
grandma
got
would
up
be
and had to
fresh.
ask questions about. I was like, "That was amazing."
And you could just eat it, yo.
Yes, it was
go.
so good.
Are you serious? Guava,
Yeah.
white. Say it again.
Guayaba.
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 Guayaba, yeah. Well, because my grandma would have her connects, you know. God, man, she had this phone book. She was plugged. And we would get fresh guayabas from where I'm from, Zacatecas.
Zacatecas.
Yes. Oh, the soup. Yeah, I'm hooked now, honestly. So.
Hey man, so I'm gonna do that, Esco. I'm gonna bring some fruit to the gym. I'm gonna tell my little homie son, like, hey, bro, if I see you eating gummy worms,
And that's game from
Popeye,
your OG.
I'm like, bro,
bro.
stop now before you pay for it later. So R.I.P. Black Rob, BR.
Yes. Yes.
One of Bad Boy's finest, and like you said, 24 Hours to Live, man. That's one of the coldest posse cuts of all time.
Oh,
Like,
man, everybody
Young
on that
Locks, X finishing it up. I remember him. Wasn't he like in the mud or something in the video?
Oh yeah, like going through it like the trying to get away, breaking out of jail kind of feel. Yeah,
Crazy.
bro.
Try to explain to my son, tell my girl I love her. She
Let's go right on cue with the X verse.
I used to play this back, replay.
Dang, man.
This is my era.
I can
man,
see the
our
Mace
era.
cover.
Our era.
What was this, Harlem World? Was this on the Harlem World album?
Yup, Maze.
Yeah.
This is
Maze's
on Harlem World
Promo,
album?
yes, sir.
Okay. Another double platinum.
Come on, with the lean. Come on, everybody was posing.
Damn,
Lean
man.
after that, Joe.
Let's go. That was almost 30 years ago.
I cannot. I'm telling you, I told Don this morning, I was like, when they say, oh, yeah, in 99, to me, it's like 10 years ago.
Yeah, try 21 years
It's
ago.
always going to be like 10 years ago. Yeah.
That was just.
Y2K. Yeah, all of that.
Also, and I know we so far behind in the break, but
What's on
we've
your
been
mind?
chopping it up, man. 27 years ago, today, my favorite album of all time was released. And I'll let you.
I got a few going through.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Illmatic,
Okay,
man.
there you go.
Illmatic.
The greatest, Maze Jackson, the greatest hip hop artist of all time.
Yes.
The God himself.
Bloom, 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 bloom. Come on.
Nasir, Esco, Illmatic, man. 27 years ago today.
This
What
one
up,
right
Doug?
here, I used to just do my hair, curl
on.
it. I would put this on and be like, okay.
Check me out, y'all.
Right.
Nasty Nas in your area.
Nasty Nas.
Come on, man.
How old was he when he did this
19.
one? 19 when he dropped Illmatic.
I'll be on a manhunt.
That's not even fair, low key, Joe.
Hey, look, man. Some of the World Is Yours is still my favorite song of all time. Like, anytime I hear The World Is Yours, I get chills. And
That's what's up.
yeah, man, just
Real talk, timeless music. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you can play the World Is Yours right now.
mine.
And it's going to sound,
Pete Rock.
you know what I mean?
And then the remix with Q-Tip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
On Q-Tip with the production up? Come on.
That man said, I sip the Dom P watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes all the words past the margins. I got too many bars, man.
Oh, yeah. Classic. Understand that.
Come on, man.
The murderous move with
the Thief's theme. Play me at night, they won't act right. The fiend of hip hop has got me stuck like a crack pipe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So,
Nah, look at my hood.
Yes.
hey, man. Shout out to the God Esco, man.
You getting that bread?
Yeah, man. Definitely caking up.
27 years ago.
27
man.
years ago. Yes, 27
My
years ago
calculator.
today. 27 years.
Yeah, because 6 years ago he was doing the Time Is Illmatic tour, and I at the Horseshoe and everything.
I was there. I
Yeah.
got my Illmatic 20 album. I had it signed, and I got all,
Wait, today, the date it came out.
April 19th, 1994. Yeah. 27 years ago.
Do you remember? Did you go buy the album
What?
on that day?
10.
Bro, I
Let me
never
know.
told you the story about when I went to the bars I always talk when he said,
I love your stories.
verbal assassin, my
Pull up a
architect
chair,
pleases.
story time.
I swear to God.
Yes.
Verbal assassin, my architect pleases. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
Yes.
When I was at Mount Carmel then, bro. When I went to school and I was
Troublemaker.
they called me a devil worshiper.
Oh yeah.
I said, what?
You talking about snuffing Jesus? They know they like snuffing. They was like, I don't know what that means. It don't sound good though.
They called me a devil worshiper, Esco. But now you guys got to remember, you may not because you were how old?
In '94, I was 5.
I was 10.
Bro, hip hop wasn't for the masses then. Like you could look at somebody and say, "Oh man," they'll call you a goofy, depending on
For spinning like
just for being hip hop.
Uh-huh.
You could look at somebody and tell they was hip hop just by the way they,
Of course.
hip hop had a specific look back then.
it was a culture. It wasn't just music.
Yeah, and you were goofy back then when you were referred to as being hip hop. Big clothes, book bag, depending on whether you were tagging or breaking
man.
or whether it was just the music or whatever it was. So when I went to Nas wasn't known then. Like, it was only 3 or 4 of us at Mount Carmel. Shout out my boy Brian Minor, my right-hand man at Mount Carmel.
In 94, in 95,
93 to 94.
At least in my small world, it was only like Biggie and Pac. That's it.
See, yeah, this was before Biggie and Pac. Oh, what?
This right here. One of my
Come on,
favorites.
let's go. See, you, the LB fam. The LB fam. See, you talking about the good old days. The good old, like, they had the look of.
When I got to my new school, and I was playing this in what, 95?
Oh, I know they thought you was
10 years old with some flavor.
Mr. Cheeks.
Yep.
I was watching what's the TV one documentary series, Unsung, and they had Mr. Cheeks. They was talking about Mr. Cheeks and everything he went through and everything. Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like I said, anytime I went to New York, I made sure that I hit. So I stayed.
I got that move from you, dog.
I stayed on Linden Boulevard, where Q-Tip back in the days on however the hell the lyrics started on. What song was that? Damn, what Tribe Called Quest song was that? Were they on the roof? Check the rhyme. My bad. Check the rhyme.
Okay.
He said back in the days, back on Boulevard of Linden, I used to kick routines in the presence I was fitting. It was hot. Like I stayed on Linden Boulevard for like a week. I've been to Jamaica. I've been on Jamaica Ave. I've been on 135th, 4th, and Guy Brewer where 50 was raised. I've been to Queensbridge Projects.
We went to Marcy's, right?
We've been to Marcy's. Yeah, we've been to what's Biggie Street.
What the fuck? Broadway?
No, I can't think. We was just watching the damn documentary last week.
Yeah, you talking about the one he was rapping on or the one he lived in?
St. James. We twin. You remember?
Oh yeah.
When we was in Brooklyn.
Come on, man.
Twin took us to St. James.
All over. Come on.
Fulton and St. James.
Oh yeah, it's the Christopher Wallace Street.
Yeah, but and now it's been gentrified.
Oh,
it looks totally different.
Stop it!
Yeah.
I haven't been back.
Looks totally different. I've been to Coney.
I was there 2 years ago.
Oh,
I didn't go though. I didn't go right there.
So we were there. What was that like 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago. Yep.
Totally different, Esco.
Dang, I should stop by.
Totally different. Like, I've been to Coney Island. I've been to where Stephon Marbury lives. I've been to Marcy. I've been to Brownsville. I've been to 125th.
Down to Atlanta?
I haven't been. I was just in Atlanta.
Yeah,
my cousin got married last year.
On Edwin and Delowe, where
the Goody,
3K and Big Boy met for the first time. They was working at the beauty supply. I've been all over. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Dungeon.
Hip hop raised us, man. So it's like Long Beach. I had to go to I had to go to 125th and Lewis.
Oh man.
Like it was Compton. You got to hit all of these spots. I'm not a Nip. I'm pretty sure everybody been riding down on Slauson.
Yeah, Slauson, Crenshaw.
So hip hop raised us, man. And when I call them heroes, because they were like superheroes to us when we were younger. Now that we're older and we've been able to meet some of these guys, form relationships with them.
First of all, your crib, like people don't know, Gene's like one of his apartments in Hyde Park is like a hip hop like national monument. Muggs needs to turn it into a museum. But I feel like we need a central hip hop museum with artifacts and things like that, man.
They were my therapist, to be honest with
you.
Oh,
no doubt.
I could not vocalize
100%.
Trying to
what
tell
I
you,
was
Esco.
trying to go through.
Yes.
100%, Esco.
Yes.
100%. Man, still one of the highlights of my rap life was having Cormega at the crib.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when you told me that, I was like, how? I'm like, first of all, that's the rawest thing I ever heard. Like, you got real Mugs coming in your crib and laying bars, bro. Come on.
Come on, Esco.
Well, I had to do it. Rest in peace on my father.
So me and bro talked about that on the way home, G. Like, we was like, G, did this nigga Gino just say, yeah, Cormega in here? Like, what we just sitting?
Saga is my favorite.
Come on, Mega got so much classic. Just his.
Shout out to all my Puerto Rican cousins from New York. They used to put me on. They used to give me the tapes. Tapes when it was tapes.
Oh, I got Esco. I got so many. I got so many boxes of tapes in my crib right now. Like,
they would record Angie Martinez for me.
Oh wow! So you'll get the radio shows. Oh, that's busting.
Underground, you get to hear it first. Stuff you would never hear.
The good old days of recording radio shows. Yeah.
Mega, Joe. Like, we had Ari go pick Mega up from the airport.
Ari, shout out to Ari.
Shout out to Ari for holding us
all
down.
These extended family, man, come on, man.
Brought Mega to the crib. He came in the crib. He was like, man, son, this remind me of QB. We had the closet. We bust down the closet, turned it into a recording booth.
That was definitely like a New York style kind of apartment building with the stairs and the long apartments kind of set up. Yeah, man.
Small. We made it work though, man. Mega broke bread with him. Got the verse on the Honest album, the hook.
Oh yeah.
Did the show with him the next day, and me and Mega been cool ever since. I text Mega just to check in with him, hit him on the DM just to check in with him, and it's cool to see that he's still as 100 as they get. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop raised us, man, and I appreciate all of the guys that raised us. Like we said, Nas 27 years ago, up until this day, just with the Butch. I talked to the Butch this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, man, Black Rob, Joe. Sad to see him go. Well, we got to take better care of ourselves, self-care first. And I guess that's the message we're going to leave with, man.
I fuck with it, Gino, straight up.
Esco, let's take. Is it Uchi Wally? You know what? Well, we're going to go to break after this. We're going to take our noon break, but we're going to come up with a section.
It's feeling like a Uchi Wally kind of Monday.
We're going to come up with we're coming up with a segment. It may be a daily on the soil segment, but we got to come up with a segment called Is It Uchi Wally or Is It One Mic?
I like that.
Because I got to know why you guys say that. Because it's so hard to choose.
Yeah, because I tell Gino all the time
when
it could be both.
Is it Black Girl Lost or do Shorty owe you for ice?
Okay.
If heaven was a mile away from me.
Oh. I'll pack up my bags and leave the
come
world
on.
behind. What was that on? Godson? Yeah, that was Godson.
Yeah, Mary dripped all over hip hop classics, low key.
She did.
Yeah, I messed around and I was on a little Mary wormhole last night after I was out with my girl. So yeah, right up that alley.
The great Mary J, man. Hey, let's take our noon break.
Let's.
I guess we can talk sports when we come back on the other side.
Right,
Gino, if you want to, because
Chicago
I
sports
just looked at the White Sox score and I'm like, we don't have to talk about this, but
and I know
we'll bring you up to speed.
I know y'all saw the Cubs score yesterday.
I did. Even with Acuna out after a few innings, so. Yeah.
Let's take our break, Esco. When we come back on the other side, we will get into sports for the second half of On the Soil. We appreciate all the family members in the comment section on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, the book, Twitch, whatever other social media device of choice you guys tune in to. We appreciate y'all. So we'll be back on the other side. You're On the Soil with the bigs.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Week-led organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your Black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing Black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size. It's the bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size.
We are back down on the soil, kicking it live from the West End for the Black People Studios. Esco, Gino, my people.
Good afternoon.
Yes, love every officially afternoon. 10 minutes afternoon.
Officially afternoon.
Shout out to everybody that's on their lunch break, tuned in to the bigs and rocking with us. We appreciate you. Gino, hit him with the rules before we go any further.
Man, y'all know the rules when you rocking with the brothers on the soil and when you rocking with the What's in It for the Black People Media Network, all the shows. We need y'all to smash them like buttons and smash them share buttons. Hit the comment section and join the conversation like y'all always do. The comment section is always sent up during these shows, man. So we appreciate you guys dropping in, locking in, and tapping in with us, man. And again, it's all about ownership and it's all about owning the Black voice. And that's what we own over here at the What's in It for the Black People Media Network, man. The more and more we let these other vultures tell our story, the further and further we get away from the absolute truth. So it is up to us and it's up to y'all to continue to push the content and the culture forward, man. If y'all want to support, drop it, hit the Cash App, like my brother Dr. Umar say, man. Hit the Cash App.
Hit it.
Hit the PayPal.
Yes.
If you want to send stars, send them to the Maze Jackson page.
That's our love language, right?
You know what I'm saying? Cash App. If you want to, however you want to support, man. Whether it's buying the merch, I know we've been lacking on the merch. We about to have this merch back on the back out here for y'all to cop. But whether it's telling a friend, word of mouth, you know, however y'all want to support, all of the support is very, very much appreciated. So we love y'all, man.
Absolutely. Definitely. That's why I call y'all real family. Definitely got real love for y'all.
Members.
Gino, I honestly, I got like 3 options of things that I want to talk to you about. And I want to run them off to you real quick. We have Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls. And the state of those guys after his injury, he's going to be out for a few games.
Did they say how many?
I haven't seen a concrete number of how many games he's supposed to be out, but I've seen people say that he's going to be out 10 to 14 days. So that's probably around 6 or 7 games, you know? I saw our brother Brian Crawford's tweet about Steph Curry, that he was fending off a lot of people in the Twitterverse, where he said he woke up and saw people giving Steph a bunch of love for going crazy in a loss. Of course, I had some thoughts I wanted to talk to you about it. But also, Gino, the White Sox, you know what I mean? And how do we – I'm still stuck in this question on how we judge early season baseball, because I find myself getting a little bit more frustrated with the guys and how they're playing right now. You know, we talked about them having a no-hitter, Carlos Rodon, last Thursday night. Since then, the offense has still struggled. But I feel like I took a dip into the bigger picture, the offense as a whole in baseball so far this year, and I feel like it's terrible. Like the league is batting 233 or something like that. So that kind of gave me some perspective. But what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about,
Man,
Gino?
we can talk about all three.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
We can have an extensive discussion on all three, man. We got time.
Let's run down the first one, Gino. Your Chicago Bulls.
No, your Chicago. Well, our Chicago Bulls.
Our Chicago Bulls. I'll definitely take that one. Man, oh man, they just had to snap a 6-game losing streak. They were able to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in a game that, honestly, Gino, full disclosure, I did not watch.
Come on, man.
I did not watch that one. And I'm back to struggling to watch Bulls games.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's been bad. And like we said, a 6-game losing streak, and now Zach LaVine is in the health protocols for COVID, and he's in the middle of missing 10 to 14 games. Of course, that means that their small playoff hopes that they had initially are taking a big hit, and now I'm wondering, can we still get a top 4 pick? Yeah, I mean, we talked about Kanye at the top of the show on the last call when he was like, "Can we still get that deal with Rockefeller? Can we still get a top 4 pick?"
It ain't looking.
That's
good.
the question, bro. I'm wondering how close to a number 1 pick can the Bulls get at this point.
It ain't looking good, man. The Bulls' luck just ain't that good, man. So I'm not expecting those guys to get a top 4 pick, and I'm definitely not expecting them to make the play-in playoff situation.
I'm still hella confused on. I know that it was like implemented last year.
It's trash. There's no reason.
It's a 1-game elimination game for like the last spot.
If the team, I think so. Last year, I don't know if it was just one, 2 teams from the East and 2 teams from the West, but I think this year it's 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 4 teams from each division. So I think the teams, so 7 would play 10 and 8 would play 9. So I think 7 would only have to win once. 10 has to win twice. If I'm thinking back to last year's rules, I don't know if the rules if they tweaked them any, but to be honest, there's no reason for no team.
It's totally doing
First of
too
all,
much.
a team that's below 500 should not make the playoffs. I think the NBA should really just go to.
And you just canceled out like half of the Eastern Conference playoff picture, right?
3/4 of them, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I looked yesterday.
And are the Knicks above 500?
The Knicks are above 500.
And I know
the top
they're the
8
6th seed.
teams are above 500 at this
Okay.
point. When we talked about this 2 weeks ago, that was not the case.
Yeah.
But I feel like the NBA should just go to a whole new format.
All right, top 16.
Top 6, best 16 teams.
So what if 12 of those teams come from the West? It doesn't matter.
Oh well, the East should have better teams.
The East should definitely have better teams, and it's crazy because I feel like the balance of it can change. But if they're gonna do top 16, then of course you get a more competitive playoff picture, bruh. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem with it, but I just know half of the Eastern Conference, it won't matter.
It's just bad basketball, and I mean you see the injuries piling up around the league. Donovan Mitchell's the latest guy to be out for an extended amount of time.
And what's his injury?
He has a high ankle sprain.
So I know that even though he can come back from that, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the Jazz being the best team in the league so far, you don't want to rush him back because he's definitely an integral part of.
He's numero uno.
Yeah,
I mean
Rudy Gobert is dope.
Yeah, defense, but he's not going. He's
He's not willing the team.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not willing the team down the stretch. Donovan Mitchell is that guy. So it was messed up.
Speaking of the Utah Jazz, real quick, did you see Dwayne Wade?
Shout out to
joining
D-Wade.
the ownership team over there with the Utah Jazz.
Shout out D-Wade for building this portfolio, man.
Yeah, real quick, the way I saw it was Nicky Arison.
I saw that.
Yeah, the
Miami
tweet.
Heat. Yeah,
and he
I
was
saw
like, we offered the spot to Dwayne
I'm
Wade.
good.
And I'm disappointed that he didn't reconsider, but shout out to him.
I'm going to go get up with this young punk in Utah.
Yeah, that's my homie, low-key.
Right.
And low-key, I got a D-Wade clone over there in Donovan Mitchell.
Exactly. My little bro.
Yeah, period. That
basically
I work
shadowed
behind
me.
the scenes anyway.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
shout out to D-Wade. That's a boss move.
I thought it was interesting because I remember when he was playing, and the reason he came to the Bulls was because the Heat didn't want to give him that last final bag.
So I'm going to go get it from the crib.
Yeah.
I'm really only going to play 1 year, but I'm going to get 2 years worth of book.
Talking about I'm a Heat for life, but you ain't want to pay me.
Right.
And now you want to get public about
Sounds
ownership
good.
with the Jazz. Yeah.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks, and now I own part of the Jazz.
Must be the money. Shout out D-Wade, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out
For sure.
D-Wade, but
yeah, man.
Yeah, man, looking around the league, man.
That Jamal
Jamal
Murray
Murray
hurt.
You saw Steph with the ankle injury the other day in Boston, and it's the NBA has taken a lot of heat. Adam Silver and his executives have taken a lot of heat over the last 2 weeks because of the way the schedule was set up and these guys playing.
Did you see what Fred VanVleet said?
I haven't.
Oh, he went hard.
I love Fred. What did he say?
He was like, he don't want to hear the talk, any talk about it being more than money ever again. He was like, this is the season that the mask came off, and you got to see that everything that the league was on it was about money, and he was contributing the fast start and turnaround to all the injuries. He said flat out. He was like, this has been the most convoluted season that any of us have ever played in our basketball careers. He's like, everybody has had to change their training schedules. He said, you don't get any. He's like, practice was already limited during the season.
Now you don't have any practice. You seen the Bulls
canceling? They like, nah, no practice. Like how? Because we just played three games in 4 days. Like,
yeah.
No.
It's and the mask was, and I'm glad Fred spoke up, but
and he's out. He's sitting because I think he twisted an ankle or something. He was blown.
Man, Kyle Lowry ain't played in 2 months.
Trying to tell you.
Shout out Kyle Lowry. But the mask was off back in December or back in November when they released the schedule.
Oh yeah.
And trying to cram 72 games into a 5-month season.
Trying to get that Christmas TV money.
Yeah, man. And it's the same thing we're seeing. But it's the same thing we talk about when we talk about baseball. And it's like you go from playing 162 games all these seasons, then you drop down to 60 because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Now you're getting back to regulation 162. So now you have to ramp yourself up, ramp these guys back up to normalcy. And it's just these guys are creatures of habit. So when your regimen is thrown off, and now you're kind of just
playing catch up almost.
It's
trying to adjust.
It's
on
not
the run.
fair to your body, and guys know their bodies better than the trainer or the coach.
I don't think of course the league hasn't embraced that. I seen the Spurs got another fine
for what? Because
they pulled the classic Spurs move.
Who they
over
got?
The weekend and rested DeMar DeRozan. Dante, whoever the tall point guard is over there, the next French dude. I forget, like Dante something. I'm pulling blanks on his last name. But basically, like 4 out of their starting 5 players sat due to rest, and they got fined like $500,000, bruh.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, the league is still on that. They still don't understand that. Honestly, the Spurs are innovators. You know what I mean? The Spurs introduced that kind of time off when, honestly, Gino, I remember even you saying that's tough. You know what I mean? But in all actuality, it's on the organization to protect their players because the league doesn't have their best interests in mind.
At all.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, we got to play in May and June. I'm not about to risk my best players for April.
Like Giannis, I saw Giannis set out about 6 or 7 games due to a knee.
Look at LeBron.
Injury. LeBron, I've had a high ankle sprain too 2 months ago. They like, AD is set to return to practice. AD like,
my ankle hurt.
AD like, what place we in, G?
Oh, we good.
Oh no, I'm good. Let me take another
honestly,
week
I don't
and a
care
half.
if we get 8th.
Yeah,
Like,
as long
come
as
on.
we make it, we good. So I feel them guys, man. I understand. You know, we think back to our heyday in the 90s.
When
and
82 for 82.
82.
Oh, man.
Mike played 82 every season.
Then into the playoffs.
Then into the offs.
Then into the Olympics. Just basketball all the time.
But the NBA wasn't as global, and it wasn't
AAU basketball.
It wasn't any of that.
Yeah, man. Where the miles that are on these athletes right now, by the time they come into the league, is crazy. You know what I mean? With Blake Griffin, you know, you go back to when he was a rookie. He missed his whole first season. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, just all these players that come in getting injuries off the back. You know,
it's crazy, man. Did you get to see that Knicks game yesterday? D Rose,
yeah,
D Rose was looking good, wasn't he?
First of all, D Rose has been looking good. You know what I mean? Since he came over to New York.
Shout out to Tibbs, man.
Come on, he's back with his guy. The chemistry and trust that they, you know, between coach and player when it comes to D Rose and Tibbs is just. First of all, it's entertaining because D Rose just goes to another level when Tibbs is on the bench for him.
But I love the way D Rose plays with the Knicks. That the last play to tie the game up to send it to OT. That was
that 3.
That was. Yeah. It was as fundamentally sound, and it was like D Rose at his finest right now.
Created that play, bro.
Created the whole play to come off the pick. The Hezo
to pull the defense,
to pull Zoe just a bit off of. Then the bullet, the bullet pass to Reggie Bullock right in his pocket. All he had to do was go up and knock it down. Then on the other end, the block on Eric Bledsoe to send him into OT. You see the whole team ran over to him.
Come on, man. Yo, the thing about D Rose is that he's still able to play at a pace that nobody can keep up with, bro.
Dude, I said that on T West's page on Facebook yesterday. The pace,
bruh.
The
stop and go still from Rose.
Come on, man.
And it looks so simple because it's really just a neck kind of fake thing, but it's going to freeze you because you don't know what.
Exactly, because he still has that
he can
burst.
He can
that
pull
first
up
step.
still.
He hit the 3 to cut it to like 4.
Yeah,
D Rose. And then just, like you said, the leadership that he has, the way Tibbs lets him go out there and he makes those guys better. He knows Julius Randle is there, man. Julius Randle will probably be NBA most improved player this year. But the way that he goes to Julius Randle down the stretch, it's like, hey, bro, man. I'm here if you need me. But
I know that this is you.
You know.
You know what I mean? In the game before that,
I didn't see in Dallas. Which one?
It was the Knicks versus Dallas.
I saw that
in the fourth quarter when R.J. Barrett got hot, right? And Rose just noticed it.
Finding him in the corner. I saw that.
I was like, gee, Rose is making R.J. Barrett better in this moment.
He was a high IQ player back when he was at his athletic peak during that MVP in those seasons. He was a very skilled player, but he was a high IQ player. But now that he's learned to play below the rim and just use his mental gift.
Oh yeah.
But still be able to all of that, but still be able to use his physical gift when needed. I think D Rose is definitely an asset. I think give Tibbs the props, give Julius Randle the props, but I think you got to equally give D Rose the props.
Come on,
as the reason why New York Knicks basketball
playing
is fun to watch.
They playing winning basketball,
and it's fun to watch. Shout out to Worldwide West.
Oh yeah,
who's our other guy over there putting in work? From the record label. Steve Stout.
Yeah, Stout.
Shout out to them guys, man.
And honestly, Gino, that's why I said it at the trade deadline. I knew Tibbs and the Knicks and Rose were going to make a lot of teams that needed a point guard look stupid because they got him for nothing. Like, nobody even remembers what that trade used. A fresh, a smart.
He was like 11 shots down the stretch when needed. Got it all.